Hello and welcome. Michael Gracia here. For those tuning in, I'm just looking to have some fun today. I'm going to be drawing. I'm going to be answering any questions you guys may have. Just talking about some stuff. Maybe I'll take some drawing suggestions. Just drop it in the comments. Looking forward to just drawing. But before I begin, I got some stuff back here. I want to talk about a few things that I've received in the mail lately. A couple of Kickstarters that I backed. So I got JD Calderon's The Oswald Chronicles. Haven't had a chance to look at them, but it came. I'll just say this: it came beautifully packaged. Um, I got a few extra. I don't know where everything is, but I got this great. Where's my camera? Great card set right here. That came with it, so that was awesome. This wasn't a Kickstarter, but I sent one of my favorite artists, Matt Hansel, for a copy of his Marty and Spud. I will be reading this probably this weekend. All right, looks great. And also another Kickstarter I backed was Black Alpha. This just looked great to me. Had a very nice sci-fi feel. I haven't read it yet. Again, I just got these. Actually, I just got this a couple of days ago. J. Calderon's I got about last week, and Marty and Spud I got a few weeks ago. But I haven't had a chance to sit down and read them. I'm hoping today or tomorrow I'll get through all of them. But they're just beautiful. Everything's beautiful art here. So I just wanted to chat about that real quick. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be doing some drawing, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask while I draw. So let me get back into the program here. I'm drawing in Clip Studio Paint today, and let me make sure my pencil's there. That's nice. Size of my is that too small for me today? That's not bad. So, excuse me. Let me just get a color I want to draw in. Let's see, how's that? All right, I'm going to zoom in a bit. So, I don't know what I'm going to draw. Just going to be kind of doodling around right now. I'll go something cartoony for this first drawing here. And now, it's funny. I just started streaming, and for the last 2 hours, I haven't heard or seen my cat. The second I start streaming, he walks in my studio and starts meowing. I don't know if you can hear him. So, I don't even know what kind of animal this will be yet. Maybe it'll be a rabbit or a like a squirrel or something. So for you guys just tuning in, I'm just, I don't know, doodling right now, just kind of playing around with ideas. If you guys want to ask me any questions today about art or about my art or whatever, I'm taking, you can ask in the comments and I'm happy to answer. I do occasionally have problems with comments on Facebook if you're watching from Facebook, but I do have my my Facebook up right now. Let's see. Oh, I'm just checking right now. As long as I don't hear it. What's going on here? Doesn't say anything about comments yet. Let's see here. I just got to make sure I'm on the right screen. All right. So yeah, I got this little rabbit character here. Um, I've been doing a lot of educational drawing lately. I got some pretty cool freelance work right now that I'm really enjoying and taking a break from right now. Um, but I've been doing some pretty cool stuff, uh, for educational work, and I'm really enjoying doing that right now. That's too big of a whoa! I didn't realize my eraser was that high. Whoops. Back up to that. Got my eraser. Let's shrink it down. So, and I plan to draw a lot. Oh, I went to the pen tool. Dang it. Clip Studio Paint that I'm in right now, the pen tool and the pencil tool have the same key command, but I keep forgetting I gotta hit it twice to get to the pencil. And there's my cat meowing. If you can hear him again. Actually, let's have him waving. Okay. All right, and his tail will be right here. He's got his big foot coming in here, and this one will be here. A little roughness here. Um, I'll add the whiskers later. And well, let's ink him right now. Oh, I see. See, it's funny. I'm seeing comments coming up on my Facebook screen that I'm not seeing in my StreamYard. It's always weird when I stream to my actual account. Kent Williams is watching. Hi, Kent. Says, hey, buddy. Long time no see. Not Williams, Willis. Sorry, it's very small. I love your cartoon character. The rabbit looks like the old Bugs Bunny back in the mid-50s. Thanks. And I'm sorry for getting your name wrong. I don't see. It's a little too far away. I got 3 screens, including my Cintiq that I'm drawing on here, and sometimes it's a little difficult, for me to know where I'm looking. um, but yeah, my my style very much Looney Tunes meets Hanna-Barbera, or Hanna-Barbera meets Looney Tunes. Um, Highly influenced by both. So yeah, Bugs has always been a favorite of mine. Whoops, too thick there. And this is the reason right here. That undo button is the reason I use what do we call it here? Digital for a lot of my inking. I do love being on paper. It's my favorite thing to do. The way to draw, way to paint, all that stuff. But my hand shakes a bit these days. It's medication side effects. Um, so I love that I have access to an undo button. Oh man. So Ken, if you're still watching, how's everything going with you? Whoops. No, too thick of a line there. I wanted another one there. That comes in. Let's give him another body color right there. It's too thick of a line. There we go. I don't like that middle line. Well, Not happy with it. Let's just bring it up to there. There. And then I'm going to zoom in a bit. You should always zoom in when you're inking. Um, for some reason, I tend not to. A lot of times, I like to keep the same distance where I'm uh, with how I what's the word I'm looking for, with how I penciled. But I keep forgetting, closer is better. But yeah, when I draw rabbits, it's very much a Bugs Bunny um, inspired character. Uh, you know, and when I draw things like mice and all that, it's kind of Looney Tunes or even Terry Tunes. I was a big Mighty Mouse fan. He's one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. And if I was, because of my medical issues, I can't get a tattoo. But if I was allowed a tattoo, I would totally have just have Mighty Mouse. That's all. It's the only tattoo I've ever wanted. Ken says I'm doing great. Did my version of Buck Rogers. Ooh, I'd love to see that. Did you post that? Kent did a version. He says of Buck Rogers and Wilma, and I would love to see that. I love. For those if you don't know, I am a big sci-fi and fantasy fan. I think most of us artists these days who grew up in the era of Star Wars and all that, those cartoons like Thundar and He-Man, we all are. But man, I love the old classic cartoons and comics. I, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, all those old movie serials. I just love them, you know. So let's close that up there. What'd you say here? I was Dri I was driving. I'm trying to do my iPad Pro, and I'm gonna try to get a Wacom soon. He goes, "You remember Heckle and Jekyll?" I remember. First of all, I love Heckle and Jekyll. I know they're not considered PC characters these days, but as a kid, the cartoons, they were fantastic. And also, let me tell you about uh, a Wacom or Wacom, however you want to pronounce it. I never know what the correct pronunciation is for that, but that's what I'm on right now. I have um, a 27-inch Cintiq. Now I also have an iPad Pro, and I also have a Microsoft Surface. I love all of them, but I find that when I draw and I'm trying to do work on the go, I actually prefer my Surface. Now, the reason I bought the Surface, I'll tell you, this is yeah, I guess if you want to call it a fun story. A couple of years ago, right before the pandemic happened, that the Christmas before the pandemic, I found a what do we call it? A Cintiq, not a Cintiq, a Surface for a really good price. It was a Surface, I think it was a Surface 7 Pro. I don't remember if I have a 6 or 7 right now. Um, and it came with the keyboard, it came with the pen. I got a really great deal on it. And I bought it because sometimes I travel to schools and I talk to kids about comics and animation and all that stuff. And most schools are PC based. So I'm like, it'll be easier for me to do hookups and bring that in when I go. And then the pandemic happened and I was hardly using it because I was using my iPad. And then one day I'm like, I spent all this money. Why am I not using it? I started using it. I put the Adobe Suite on there, Clip Studio Paint, and honestly, I fell in love with it. I love it so much. Hold on, that ear does not look good to me now because of how big the other one is. So I'm gonna make this ear a little bigger. Um, and I started using it so much that I'm getting ready to get a new computer. I've had this computer. It's a MacBook Pro. I've had it for, I want to say, 2019. So what are we at? We're going on 4 years this summer, or 3 years this summer. Sorry, and I've had some issues with it. And one of my issues with Mac in general, although I love all the Mac stuff, um, is that when they update their systems, all the paraphernalia, like my Wacom tablet and stuff, they don't get updated as fast. So, they did an update once, and I couldn't use my tablet for over almost a year. Uh-oh, what's going on? Um, let's give it a moment. I feel like my computer just froze. I can't change. Did I hit a selection? Command. Let me just Command D here. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I must have selected something here. Um, and and so I'm like, I don't, next computer I get, I think I'm going back to PC. So I've been looking around at PCs, and because of the work I do with illustration, animation, video editing, um, I need something strong. So I've been looking for like a high end machine because I don't want to build my own. So I've been looking for something that's upgradable. I think I've settled on a machine. It's close to 4 grand. I know that's like buying a Mac, but it is upgradable. It's a Dell. I have to look up the. Let me see. I think I still have it up. It's made by Dell now, but it's an Alienware Aurora R13 gaming desktop. So it's pretty powerful. Um, and It's a pretty powerful machine with all the updates I'm going to do. It's going to be about close to 4 grand, but I still haven't decided yet if that's my official. If that's the one I want to buy. But it's going to be great, and it is upgradable. So I have a base system. It's going to be powerful enough for gaming, and what I do, I'm not a gamer, but all the software I use needs something as powerful enough for gaming. So yeah, I think hopefully, I'm trying to find it from another place than Dell because I hear Dell's a little backed up. And I'm just going to move over to PC for my work. I'll probably trade in my Mac and get what do they call it there? A credit at the Apple Store, and maybe use it towards like a new phone or a new iPad. Hold on, Ken. I'm sorry, I saw your comment. Said you did my work. Me too. I love Buck Rogers in the 20th century. So yeah, I do a lot. I do. I'm happy I could do the work for you. I actually um prefer my Cintiq over anything, and it's just because of the drawing size I do. Um, I I like um what's it called? Let me just sorry, I just want to transfer this to layer settings, set as reference layer. Um, the reason I prefer my Cintiq, I think it's just because I like to draw large, and I have a 27-inch screen to draw on. It is expensive. Um, What I got this, I think I got this in 2017. I was going to get the 24-inch. I tried that out. I felt it was the right size, but they discontinued that size, and I didn't want to go smaller, so I went up. And yeah, so I got this, and I've loved it since. Um, I do like my Surface sometimes, and I don't know if it's because of what I have installed on there, and or just the age. It does move a little slow sometimes, but I get really. I think it's with pressure sensitivity, it's actually better than the iPad. So I like it all. Use whatever I can. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Let's see what else it says. And the Fleischer and Rankin Bass cartoons are. Oh God, you're talking everything I love. Um, I it was very expensive. Oh, you're saying yeah, very expensive. I need a big. I also got the ergonomic. What is it called here? Case, I guess, for the whatever to put the Cintiq on. It's instead of just having the what do we call it here? Uh, just it's a stand. So instead of having the built-in stand, let me show you guys. I'm gonna stop the share, and since Kent, you're watching, I'll show kind of what's going on behind the scenes here. I'm gonna move my camera that I got, And this right here is the Cintiq. Okay, so it's 27 inches there. Mine, came with this little thing to hold the stylus, but I added, I used to keep this. It's a Velcro thing. I paid like $6 for, I think, on Amazon or something. I usually put it on a traveling drawing board. Um, I love, I love all this stuff here. So this is this is what I use when I'm working. Let me just make sure I got this set up properly. Um, it's going to be shooting up now a bit, but whatever. Let's see, what else does it say? Oh, thank you, thank you. You say I'm trying master animation in the traditional way. Let me tell you, I love to animate. Anyone who knows me, ooh, that's too much of a screen there. Anyone who knows me knows comics and animation are my two passions. I love making both. But if I had a choice, I think I'd animate all day long. Can't you also say you have Procreate? Procreate's an awesome program, and I know there's tons of people out there who use it for professional work. I don't find it, for the type of work I do, to be a great software. It's fun to draw in. Um, it's fun to, I don't know, play around in, and I've seen some great stuff. There are people on Instagram who just do videos of them drawing on their iPad, and oh my god, if I could go on Instagram right now and look it up, I would tell you. Let me get my phone out. I'll do that right now. Um, Instagram, where is it here? Instagram, and his name. I know that uh, he goes by. His name's Dylan Andrews. He goes by Dylan Distraction. All right. I have no connection with him other than I'm just a fan. Let me go and on Instagram on here, .com slash, and what's it? DYLAN underscore DIS. See if that comes up. Yeah, so I'm going to share this screen here. I just want to show you guys. This is a guy who works on his iPad. It looks like he's in Procreate. Where is it here? Share. And these are just some videos of him. You can see it's an iPad because it's his iPad Pencil. And this is this guy's work, man. I don't know if anyone knows him personally that's watching right now, but watching this guy work, I'm just super impressed all the time. You know? And like I'm trying to tell based on the pressure sensitivity if this is what brush he's using. I got to write him and ask him because I don't know many brushes that fray like this. Like, the studio brush doesn't in Procreate. Um, so I'm just curious what he's using, but that guy has some awesome stuff. Anyway, let's stop the share. And which screen am I on? Here I am. And let me go back to my drawing here. All right. And let's close out of here. Let's get back over to here. Yeah. Now I'm trying to get an animation program like Adobe Flash and Tunes. Okay, so just for animation, Adobe Animate is the new name for Adobe Flash. So for years you heard Flash is dying, Flash is dying, Flash is dying. Flash did not die. Flash Player died. They officially discontinued. I don't remember if it was 2020 or 2021 on the computer on websites. So if you had anything that was Flash Player, it can't be used anymore. But Adobe Flash did not die, and they changed the name, and it's Adobe Animate. And I love Adobe Animate. I've used Flash since it was back with Macromedia. I know that's aging me back in the 90s, but I've always thought it was a fantastic program. I love old style cartoons, and come on, I love old style cartoons. And with the old style cartoons, Flash was a great way to replicate doing those designs. I'm actually working on an animation. It's very slowly. Um, my friend Joe Bevilacqua, or goes by Joe Bev, who is a voice actor who studied under both Dawes Butler, who's famous for being Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound and all those characters, um, as well as Mel Blanc, who did like all the Looney Tune characters. So he did the voices for my stuff. It sounds great. I have a couple of edits I need to talk to him about, but it sounds fantastic. Um, and I'm slowly putting this animation together. So I can't wait to get it done. Let's give him. I don't want to do a Bugs color. Let's go with kind of an orangey tint, maybe. I'm so bad with colors. Let's get that to be 0. Oops. Okay, let's just go with that. But also there's OpenToons, which is a free thing, and it's a OpenToons is a free version of what Studio Ghibli uses to create their animations. It's a great program, but I've had some issues with it with the Mac, so I can't say. Whoops, I didn't want to zoom in. I want to go to the hand. I can't say how great it is of a software, but if you know traditional animation and you understand, how to read the exposure sheets, it's just like that. Where's my paint bucket? There it is. So understanding that is fantastic. If you don't understand that, it's kind of like reading your timeline in Flash. If you understand that, or basically any program, if you understand the timeline, um, but but it's a free program. It's open sourced. And I've played with it and I like it. I'm just so accustomed to. I've worked both ways. I've professionally and for fun. I've worked both traditional with actual exposure sheets, and I've worked professionally with them. Now, like I said, um I love Flash. I know people are saying program wise, probably within the next 5-10 years, um it probably won't be around anymore for professional use. And, for me, that's okay. I'll learn whatever's next, but I just really whoops, I accidentally rotated it. But for me, I really love the software and I hope it never goes away because it is a very powerful tool. You're just going to work either in, if you're going to just do something simple, you're going to work in like with, ActionScript, which we don't use anymore, or at least I don't use. Um, or you work in HTML5, which will be great for the web, you know? Um, it's you know, just is what it is. You'll have to follow along. I know a lot of people love Toon Boom Harmony, and I like it for the drawing purposes. I think the tools on there are fantastic. Um, and I've used it a little bit, but and I had a what's it called, subscription to it, but it's just very expensive as opposed to paying all the price that I would pay for, you pay for Adobe and you're paying a low price, and then you learn um what's the word I'm looking for? You pay for Adobe, it's a full price thing, and you can get all the software, or you just pay for this one program. And if I was doing animation more professionally, like not that I'm not doing it professionally, but if I had more regular work or I'm doing something for a big company, I would buy Toon Boom Harmony. It is a fantastic program. But everything I do can be done in what's it called? Um could be done in Adobe Animate or Photoshop. And I could bring stuff into After Effects and work. So I love all that type of stuff. Let's go with 100% here, 80% here, 0. There we go. Um, yeah, it does take time to learn how to animate. I mean, it is true. They say, take a few years to actually learn, the basics, and then it'll take you another like 2 years to learn how to like master it, or maybe even a little longer. I've been animating on and off, like I'm very much a self-taught animator, but um I did have some actual training, not just in school, but professionally. I worked with some professional animators who helped guide me and taught me a few things, but for the most part, I'm a self-taught, I'm a self-taught animator. Um, let's drop a color behind it so I can just see where the white is. Okay, now I can see how to add white. Actually, I should have done this first. Let me just take these down and drop it in, whatever. Okay, now I know. Okay, now I can add white. But yeah, maybe I can open up Photoshop. I actually have a great tutorial on my YouTube channel. Last year I did for for ImbionCon. Um, whoops, I didn't mean. Oh, I'm erasing. Oh, I did all the stuff on the wrong layer. Sorry. Um, if you go online, I did a basic how to animate in Photoshop. It was a basic tutorial on that. Um, so it just goes over some basic, whatever the word is there. Some of I can't remember what it's called now. I'm just having brain farts today. Um, some of the principles. I go over like 2 or 3 of the principles, things that will help out. But yeah, it does take a while to learn. When I was a kid, what I used to do, and one of the ways I learned was I used to try to play back the cartoons I recorded on videotape and watch them in slow motion to see if I can figure out how the animators were doing it. And then I got the book by Preston Blair, um, cartoon animation, and I thought that helped me out a lot. I learned a lot through there. Um, and I used to make the crappiest flip books you would have ever seen. And I eventually learned everything I needed to and went to school for it. That's what I focused on, was animation. And I'm a trained character animator now. Although most of the work I do, excuse me, isn't isn't that type of stuff right now. All right, I'm going to start adding some shadow to it. Then I'll add some highlights. And for the shadow color. Let's go kind of dark here. And I'm going to have the light come in this way. So I am on a separate layer. Now I know this color looks really ugly right now, but that will be part of the shadow. Let's get a little shadow on the nose. And we'll even do a little bit on the side here. And I'll bring it under the chin here. Not too high. Hmm. Hmm. And I'm going to add in a little bit on his cheek. Let's add a little bit right here. Oops, I don't like that. I'll even do a little on his tail over here. All right, I'll do that right there. Ooh, ow, that hurt for a second. Maybe I'll put a little bit on this leg here. Maybe a little on the belly. Maybe a little on the arm over here. And maybe I'll put a little bit over here on this, on here. All right. Yeah, I might even throw a little bit right up here. Maybe put a little bit on the hair here. Okay. Okay. And now let's drop the opacity down. That's a little too much. 30%. Maybe. That's not too bad right there, right? Maybe a little lighter. I think it might be a little too much. Let's go down. That's a nice amount. I think 10% on this looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to add some highlights in a moment, I think. Not a lot, but some. Let's see, where am I here? Okay. Whoops. There's my little rabbit. You know what? I want to put a little bit on his tooth right here. I got it under the chin, so that's good. And now let's create, so this right here, this is shadows. I sometimes forget to do my layers. This is color. This one is the sketch. This is inks. All right. So now let me come in, and this one will be highlights. And for that, I'm going to use white in the beginning. And I don't know if it really needs that many highlights. It is a cell shaded piece. So I'm just going to really highlight the nose right now. All right. Maybe add a little down there. Nope. Not right. I don't like that line. Maybe a little like that. I don't think it really needs that many highlights. I also think the shadows might need to go down a bit. Some are a little hard here. Yeah, something simple. Like I like that 7 point a little more. So I don't know if I need the highlights on the finger. He's got nothing really reflecting on him. And, he's not really a shiny kind of character. I got the highlights in the eyes. If I wanted to give it a little bit, let me just do another layer here. I'm going to do it in a bit of a gray and like a nice cool gray. And I'm going to come in with a little line here. Let's see how this works. I do this in animation sometimes with my character's eyes. And what I do is I lower the opacity. So there's a little highlight. And then I'm going to go to filter and I'm going to go to blur and I'm going to give it a Gaussian blur. And now you can't even see it. Let's bring it down a bit. I might have to bring the opacity up so we can see it a little bit more. All right, but now it looks like it's got a bit of a reflection in the eye there. These are great. I think I'm liking how it's coming out. I'm not sure about the highlight in the eyes at the moment, but I'm liking that. So let's throw all this. Let's throw it all into a folder, and I'm going to call the folder Rabbit. And can I close it up? Okay, I have to throw them all in there first. Let's bring all this into the Rabbit folder, and let's zoom out. And maybe I'll do something new. Let's see. Maybe I'll make a sorry, I just needed a sip of water. Maybe I'll do like a manga character. I'll call this manga. That in there. We'll call this sketch. All right. I've been doing a lot of manga stuff lately. I've been teaching a lot of it to people. Excuse me, to kids. I've been doing a lot of private tutoring, which you guys can, hire me if you're interested. Let me see here. Here, I'll put this at the bottom of the screen. This is the way you guys can find me. All right. Let me go back. Comment. Here. So now let's do like I said, like a manga character. Now I've been drawing a lot of, like I said, a lot of manga stuff lately. I like to go old school with my characters. I've always, I grew up in the era of, of the original Voltron. I loved Battle of the Planets or Battle for the Planets. I always get that name confused. You know, Gundam and all that stuff. That was all like my era that I loved. Um, but I love, like I said, I love sci-fi. I love fantasy. So maybe I'll make this guy some kind of I don't know, I haven't done a fantasy manga style character in a while. Let's have maybe his arm come down this way. And this arm's coming back. And it's over. So we'll do that. Maybe he'll be holding a sword or something. And if that, so this leg would probably be back, I think, right? And this leg would be the forward leg. Let's zoom out a bit so I can finish drawing the whole body. Oops. So let's see, what can this be here? It'll make the blade down a little longer. All right. So let's bring in, I'll do it on another layer. I'll call this character build. Now on here, I could think about maybe his hair. And for his, let's give him some kind of armor. So I'll have something around his neck that's coming off into right here. I don't like the way that's coming down there. Let's give him some. Now we'll give him some actual like boots. So thumb would be right here on this hand. This would be coming in 1, 2, 3, and this hand's kind of blocking a bit. He'll need some of his armor right there. Let's split. And let's give him a cloak. Okay, we'll do that there. And let's give him So there we go. That's the sketch. Let's lower the opacity on both here. And let's create a new layer. This will be the inks. So here, change it to black. All right. Now let's zoom in so I'll start over here. One of the other nice things about being able to work digitally that I can't do traditionally is zoom in. you know, um, like I said, I will always prefer traditional work to digital work, but man, the laziness it has given us, or just the cheats. Got to zoom out just a little bit, a little too pixelated for me right now. So between zooming while I ink and the undo button makes digital art awesome. And yes, if anyone watching is wondering, I do take commissions. I also do the teaching. I teach this stuff too if you're interested in learning any type of cartooning. How do I want to do this eye? Do it like that, maybe. Not like that. Let me do it this way. Keep messing up here. There we go. No, that's not what I did on that eye. Okay, so I came down and I put the shine on the bottom. So you may not see it, but there we go. Nope, that did not do. Nope. I'll just use a straight line later to get that fixed. I should do it now. Where's the... It's funny, I use this program all the time, and sometimes I forget where the tools I need are. Just straight line. Let's go up a little higher. What am I drawing at? Pencil or pen is what? 6 points. So let's go back to the line tool, and I'll go down a little bit. I'll go down 5 points, see how it works. See, it looks too thick, so let me go down. Let's go down to 3 and see how that works. That's much better. All right. Whoops. Nope. I know I should be rotating the paper here, but I'm not. I don't know why. I tend to do it quite a bit, but for some reason, I'm not doing it right now. Let's bring the last one in over here. Maybe we will see it. I didn't think we would. Let's bring it up a bit here. Too straight of a line. There we go. And let's get whoops. Oops. Over here, you can see under here. There we go. What time is it? Oh, 3:40. Okay. Let's add it in this way here. Ooh. Ooh. Let's add in the, you know what, undo that. Zoom in a bit. Why is it? Oh, hit the wrong button. Okay. So let's get the pen back up. Don't like the heel there. Again, the beauty of the undo button, right? It's got to come down a bit to like around here. I don't know if this looks like any actual character. This is all from my head right now. Whoops. It's more of an oval like the other one. So if anybody's watching has any comments or questions, feel free to add them to the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Too much. I think that's too much of a... I don't like the way that looks. Yeah, that makes more sense right there to me. Whoops. Should that line go? Let's undo. Let's see. How does that look if I go that way? That might work better since the other one is underneath as well. Not sure if I like that. Let's do erase here. Pen. Let's bring it out and out like that. Yeah, maybe that might be better for me right now. Okay. I don't want to. Let's rotate it this way. No, we should do it the other way. I want it heavier on the bottom. Like that. Nope. It was a great line, but not the line I wanted. That's good. Too heavy. Line. Okay. Rotate. Let's get it. I think that's 100%, right? Oh, not at all. Let's rotate again. That feels right. And I just want to do the inside of the sword real quick. And let's just get the straight line for that. You know what? Let's bring it down a smaller brush size. Let's go to 1. That's too small. Let's go to 2. Oh. All right, those watching on Twitch, thank you for your comment. I have to be honest, I don't know, is that a good, are those good comments? I can't tell by the emojis. And isn't there a curved one? I haven't used that tool in a while. Let's see. Continuous curve. Let's see if I remember how to use it. Bring it over and then click, and then I can turn. That's right. Not what I wanted. Okay. Undo. Bezier curve. Let's see. Will that help me? Yeah, maybe that's the one I want right there. Very good. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know emojis well. What the heck just happened? I appreciate the comments. Oh, undo. Undo. Let's see. It's been a while. Escape. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna draw it by hand because this is driving me nuts. Okay. Just very lightly. You know, and for those watching on Twitch, I do apologize. I keep forgetting to what's the word I'm looking for? Save my videos, but I'm gonna try to start remembering to do that because I love doing these drawing videos, and I do have my podcast every Tuesday night, Getting TOON, where I interview people in the cartoon industry, whether it's in a lot of indie people. And when I mean cartoon, and I mean cartooning, comics, animation. Trying to bring more gaming into it. I love the art of video games. Always have. Um, I'm a big classic gamer. Always loved like Super Mario, um, Zelda, that type of stuff. The Nintendo stuff. I stopped really playing games around 18. My first job in the industry was to work and design characters on educational video games for kids, right? So I kind of got into the behind the scenes. So I don't really play as much and haven't really played a lot of games. I just turned 46 the other day, and the gaming for me is not something that I love to do. I'm not happy with this here. Um, is the gaming is I wish I played more. A lot of cool games are out there, but um, uh, I'd like to do more. Let's get the Excuse me. Let's get the pen tool. I'll just do it like this here. You know what? Maybe I'll get a heavier. Wait, why isn't it drawing? Too heavy. I guess a 3 is perfect. There we go. Okay. Back to here. Let's zoom out. All right. Let's remove that. It's not too bad. Hopefully color will fix it up. I do see some lines I want to add. Whoops. Let's add, I think I might add some, I think I'm going to go a little more anime with this so that the shading is, and I want to bring this back a bit more so that the shading is more like I did on the rabbit. So I'm not going to hatch anything on here really. I think I want to fix this up too. Bring it down a bit more. Okay. Okay. And I think that's pretty good for now. Okay. Let's get a little back line here. Let's see, how does that look? Don't need that. Okay. So let's set this to a reference layer. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's put it below. Set this to a reference layer. Set as reference layer. Awesome. Now I know I'm working kind of RGB, but I'm going to do this in Cmyk Coloring since I know those off the top of my head a lot better. So let's go with 25%. No, 0% cyan, 25% magenta, 100 yellow, and 0 there. And this gives me a pretty decent gold color. And I don't know, let's give him golden armor maybe. I got to go in and fix a lot of that. I'll do a lot of this by hand in a moment. I'll zoom in and finish that up with like the pen tool. I'm not sure I really like this arm too much, but it is what it is, right? Okay. Let's zoom in. I'm gonna come in and erase some areas here. I'll just leave, even though I don't have a line there. I may have to go back and do that again. Let's get that right there. Let's get a little bit over here. Let's get the eraser and erase this. Okay. Where was it? This right here I wanted to add in. Okay, let's bring that in. Let's do this. Let's erase right there. And I think that's pretty good. Oh, I know what I wanted to add. I wanted to add some gold into the handle here. And maybe I'll leave the handle I'll do the handle in like a brown or something. All right, now for his other colors, let's do kind of, whoops, like a red, some kind of red on him. And let's lower it a bit. Let's go to 80 here and 80 here. Duller one. So, yep, I have to go in and fix things here, but hey, you never know, right? Let's go in and erase. I'll go in with the gold later to fix that. I don't know if I should go all in red or break it up with like a blue or something. Let's do it all red right now. And then I'll come in and I'll play around later. Okay. All right. And let's get this eraser here and erase that. Let's get our all right. Okay, let's get that gold color back. And let's clean up the areas here. All right, I think those are the only ones for now I gotta fix. Little hole right there. Okay, let's get that red back. I just noticed the spot. Oh, sorry. Select the tool. There we go. And there's a spot right there. And, oh, I got to get the gold back. I just noticed another one. Whoops. All right. I think we're going to go with a bluish color for his gloves and cloak. Let's see. What's that there? 0. And let's bring that down to 75. See how that looks. I don't mind that color. Okay, let's get that. Okay, we'll do his boots the same color. Whoops, no. Keep forgetting the key command for the paint bucket. Okay. All right, now let's get that in, that, oop. Okay, let's see, hand there. Let's go back to the paint bucket. Okay, I'll do the rest with the pen tool. Whoops, wrong color. Where was that mistake? That's the gold I need to put in. Okay. Let's get the gold back then. And I need to put it right here. I'm going to put a little bit right here. Let's get that blue back. Put some right in there. Let's, for his skin tone, let's do 0 that. Let's do 20. Magenta 25 yellow. Maybe. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Let's get some. I'm going to give him kind of a brownish eye. Let's see. What is that there? Oh, that's not bad. Maybe that'll be his eye color. Let me get white. And let me get that brown back, and I'll just make it a little darker for his hair. Let's go. That's actually good for the handle. Let's do that as the handle, and then I'll lighten it up for his hair. That's weird. Why is it grabbing it like that? Okay. All right. Let's get that darker or the lighter hair. Let's move it in that direction. Maybe a little something like that might be better. I'm not sure I like that color. What about making them blonde? Let's see how that would look. And we'll not do a heavy blonde, like maybe a 65%. Okay, not too bad. I'm okay with that right now. All right, and then I need to put in a blade color. We'll get a light gray for that for now. Let's go back into the bluish. I want like a cool gray. So we'll do that. And I'll get a little darker maybe. Not too much. Play it like that. All right, so that is, let me just label this here. That's the color. So let's go and put some shadows on him. Okay, so let's get like a little darker color than that. Let's see how, whoops, not what I wanted. Get the paintbrush on, let's see. Okay, that might work. So I'm gonna ink it shade it the way I did the rabbit next to him, where the sun's coming in from the left side. Well, my left side would be the character's right side. If you're right-handed, that's kind of how we naturally think. So hold on, you just need a sip of water. And yeah, so this will be a much more, classic anime-looking character. And let's start shading him. So I got this dark blue purplish color. I know it looks ugly right now, but what I tend to do is then I'm going to lower it down to like 30% or 25%. So I'll start at 30%. So that's going to be the darkness right now of the character, or of the shadow. And I just noticed something I got to fix on the color, but I'll do it after. This part here that's gold right underneath the shoulder should be red. So if this is coming in like that, let's go to here like this. Let's get a little shadow on that. Come down here. So this obviously is how I cell shade. Whoops. There we go. And this is why it's much more of an anime character than a manga, because with manga, you tend to shade with hatching. And, I do that on occasion. I'm actually not a big fan of hatching. My training is much more in animation, so cell shading is kind of what I do. But it's funny because when it comes to like anime, yeah, I've watched stuff, um, but I actually prefer reading a manga than watching an anime. Um, I just picked up what do we call it? Can't think of the name right now. I don't know how old it is. I got to look at the copyright date, but I picked up a Captain Harlock because I haven't read him in years. Um, and I did enjoy his stuff years ago. And I always liked um, I've always liked his story. I know there was a movie a few years ago. I never saw the new version of the movie, um, but I was always a fan. So picked it up. It was a fun read. I got to find more of the books now, um, and I'll probably watch the movie that came out a few years ago. So yeah, remember me. You could with scrolling down the bottom, you can follow me on social media. Um, my name is everywhere. Um, it's just find my name, Michael Gracia, and you can follow me. And I also take commissions. Like I said, I tutor privately here. Um, I do virtual classroom visits right now. I'm not ready to get back into the schools, and a lot of the schools are not ready to have guests come yet. So, and when I come in, I either do assemblies or I do, um, classroom visits where I go from classroom to classroom and I teach kids about comics or animation. And, I usually bring all the handouts. Um, Virtual wise, I send like PDFs of some handouts of what we'll be learning that the kids can, really look at. All right. I got to do the cloak still, the sword, the gloves. Okay. I do have to admit, I am kind of ready for a nap though. I've been working all day, and it's funny. I've been working on some projects, whether it was for myself or for a couple of clients that I have right now. Um, and when I break and this is my wind down time, I draw. So I'm never not drawing. It's funny. Um, so I'm probably going to get, after I finish this guy, I'll probably stop for a little bit. Okay. Let's bring this in here. What are we looking at there? Oh, sorry, something just popped up on my phone. I thought it was important. It wasn't. It's one of those Amazon alerts because you look for something and they're like, oh, well, it's at a lower price now. And I may go back later and change this stuff. And you know what I haven't done yet? And this is where issues start. I forgot to save. So let's still call this on desktop. And we'll just say or we'll call it sketching. Today is what? 2, 12, 22. I'll put it in my folder later. Okay. And so that just added some depth to the sword, which I like. And I'm probably going to add a shine to that. But let's do his face first. Let's get the hair coming in over here. Let's get a little bit under his chin. I'll even do a little. Whoops, that's too heavy of a line. I'll even do a little on the side of his nose here. Underneath the nose and a little. No, I don't like that look. Okay. Let's get a little. Okay. It's almost 416. Could have made his hair flowing a little bit more. You know, you always see all the mistakes after, right? I know I'm seeing it during, but I'm not redrawing anything. If this was for a client or something I was publishing, I would totally stop and fix the hair. All right. Let's get a little fixing up over here. All right, let's get a little bit more of this shadow here, maybe a little in. I gotta figure out how I want to shade the hair. All right, so the base. Oh, I have to do the inside of the whatever it's called here. His cloak. And I'm going to give it a little bit behind the boot. Coming up here. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to bring it down like so, I think. And we will come in here. And I'll do another one coming down like that. You know, I just noticed I forgot underneath his, you get a shadow from holding it over there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make sure the white that I have is good in his eyes. I'll do after I finish this up. Ooh, that's a nice breeze coming in from the window. All right. I'll zoom in later to make sure everything is cleaned up on there, but right now, this will be fine. All right. I'm going to leave his hair alone still. Let's get in some highlights now. New layer. Call it highlights. Okay, so let's get to white now. And since the sword is shiny, let's give, whoops. I don't want it too close to that there. And actually, I might remove this highlight and just give it a glow, but let's see. We'll leave it alone for now. Okay, that's good enough. Let's get some shine right here. Let's get some. that, I still have to go fix the red. Everything else, his teeth and everything. All right, let me go back to the color real quick. Pick this red, and let me just... Okay, so that's now fixed, because that has been bugging me the whole time. Let's turn a background color on, and I see I need to add some white for his... I could do some erasing too. Let's do a little erasing right here. Nowhere else do I really need to do that, but I do need to get some white in for his teeth. All right. Let's close off the background color. I'm gonna... And maybe we'll do a... hold on, let's just do this real quick. I want a different background color. Something like this. Okay, let's bring the manga guy back up. All right, now this will help me out. Maybe I should add a rim light to him. Oh, you know what I wanted to... Let's go back to highlights. Let's get the white. I know where I wanted to add another one that I didn't. Right here. I wanted to add a little shine on here. All right. Let's add... I'm going to fix the highlight in here by just drawing a little over it. Okay. I'm just thinking how I want to do this here. Let's go back to the shadows. Let's get that color again. So bring it all the way up. You know, I'm just going to add in some where there's some holes here. Okay. What I really wanted to do was just come in and kind of fix this up a bit right here. And this is the type of coloring that happens when you don't zoom in, you know? So that's why I try to remember to zoom in when I can. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's bring this back down. I think it was at 30. Yeah, that's not bad. So the rim light. Am I going to add a rim light or not? And if I do, maybe I'll add like a yellow. Or, yeah, we'll go with like a yellow. Let's get a yellow that I like. Oh, I need this off too. Let's just get a bright yellow for now. And I'm going to just come in lightly. I don't know if it's going to work too well with the... All right, and this is one of the reasons I didn't want to do it on here. It's going to cover up the highlight I did. Whoops, too much there. I'm not going to do it to his hair right now. You know what? I'm going to just keep on. I don't know. Let's see. Do I like it with the rim light? Let's see, with or without. I mean, it does add a little something. Maybe if I change the color, let's see. Edit. Where is it? Tonal correction. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's see here. No, I don't like that color. 2. Maybe a lighter like that. Do a bit of a green there. And then I went to another white here. What if I darken it? No, no, no. Let's see if I go lighter. That actually I like a little better. I should probably add, right? I don't know if it needs to go on this part, but just add a little bit to it, you know? There we go. And you know what I wanted to do? That's right. Let me go back to here. Let's get this right here. Let's go up. And let's get a blue. Actually, we can use this color, right? Let's fill that in. D. Filter, blur. Let's do a Gaussian blur. And that would explain the rim light color. I don't know if I like that. Let's keep it like that. And let's lower the, actually, let's do a different blending mode. Let's try overlay. Let's try something. No, I don't like that. Not really. I mean, if I lowered it a bit, no. Let's go. Let's just go to overlay. That's the one I'm going to use. I'll bring the color up a bit more. All right. Let's bring the rabbit back on. So this has been my work for the today. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. It's been an hour and 52 minutes. Last thing I need to do, like I always do, is sign my work. And today's 2/12/22. And you know what? That's way too big. So let's scale that down. All right. Edit. Okay, that's better. Just put it right there. Let's hit save one last time. So yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the work right now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. I haven't done a live stream just drawing in a while. Um, for those on Twitch, I'm going to try to remember to save this and make it a full video that you guys can watch again later if you want to, or share it, or whatever it is on my YouTube page. It's on my personal Facebook page today, not on the Get in Tune page like I normally stream to, but I will share it to that. So let me stop the share. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It was a really great 2 hours of drawing. If you missed it, you can always go back and rewatch it. I did my little cartoon rabbit here just to show one more time. I did my rabbit, and then I did my anime style, I don't know, knight or something, which I do need to figure out how I want to shade the hair right now. It was a great 2 hours hanging out here. Remember, I do. You could follow me on all the social medias on the bottom. I do take commissions. I do private tutoring. I do visits, virtual and in-person school visits. But right now, a lot of my stuff is virtual. So reach out to me if you guys are interested in anything. Hope you guys had fun. I had a blast. I'm gonna go rest, maybe get a snack, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Have a great day, and tune in Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for my next Get in Tune interview. All right. Have a great day, guys.